Welcome, sunny souls, to today's Reddit stories. PettyRevenge on a cheating ex sending DM after he got cheated on. Posted by BornNeat9639. So, this happened 7 years ago, but I had an ex-boyfriend who sent me a Facebook request and messages over 3 years after we broke up. Cheated on me, his stepmother stole $600 from me, and he was a mooch. He did not chip in on rent and utilities. I, on the other hand, was a spineless people pleaser who had a hard time saying no and often got taken advantage of. I'm also a single mom and my kid was a toddler. I got a girlfriend from one of his backburner stacks of chicks he was cheating on me with immediately after breaking up with me because he was unhappy. I didn't speak to him for 3 years or more, and suddenly he DM'd me and friend requested me on Facebook. Apparently his girlfriend that had been all but wiping his butt for him had a side piece that she left for. I had changed in the years we didn't speak. I don't take this nonsense lying down. I chose petty revenge. I worked nights. This will be important later. I solicited numerous friends to send me pictures of their middle fingers and memes. I got too many to just flood his page. Cue YouTube. I made a 5-minute video of memes to middle fingers set to pink guys on SCFU. I waited until I knew I was asleep. I lived with him for 3 years and knew his patterns. That's when I added him and posted my creation on RS Facebook and my Facebook with a tag. I woke up late in the day and replied on the one on his page and said he deserved it. It was up at least 8 hours. I paid me some of the money, he owed me not all of it. As soon as he got a new girlfriend he was back to schlepping. So I got some money back, I was humbled, and he will never darken my doorstep again for fear of public humiliation. The video is on YouTube if you want proof. Here's my opinion. It sounds like you went through a difficult experience with your ex-boyfriend and it's understandable that you would want to take action to reclaim your power and assert yourself after being cheated on and taken advantage of. However, I have some concerns about the approach you took in this situation. Firstly, while it's understandable that you may have felt angry and hurt by R's actions, it's important to remember that seeking revenge or humiliating him publicly is not a healthy or productive way to deal with these emotions. It's important to find healthy ways to express your feelings and move on from the situation, rather than getting caught up in a cycle of negativity and retaliation. Additionally, it's worth considering the potential consequences of your actions. While it may have been satisfying for you to create the video and post it on R's Facebook page, it's possible that this could have caused further conflict or hurt for both of you. It's also possible that R may have felt embarrassed or shamed as a result of your actions, which could have negative consequences for his well-being. Finally, it's important to remember that you deserve to be treated with respect and kindness by the people in your life, including your ex-boyfriends. It's understandable that R may have hurt you in the past, but it's important to prioritize your own well-being and avoid engaging in behaviors that could potentially harm him or damage your relationships with others. Overall, I would encourage you to take a step back and reflect on the situation, and consider finding healthy ways to move forward that do not involve seeking revenge or humiliating R publicly. It may be helpful to talk to a trusted friend, family member, or therapist about your feelings and get their perspective on the situation. What do you think about the way user handled the situation with her ex-boyfriend R? Do you think it was appropriate for user to use petty revenge tactics against R, or do you think she should have taken a different approach? Luna Lily likes to add,
I want proof.
OP replied, proof, see link. If you want to listen to the latest Reddit stories, subscribing is the way to go. Just click that button and you'll never miss a video. The Creepy Dolls. Posted by Nini. For some backstory, my granddaughter was obsessed with dolls since she was small, so we have a ton of them. She outgrew them last year, so they became Halloween decorations. I live next to a small apartment building. Last year I used the dolls. One of the tenants in the apartment building got really creeped out and asked me to move them. I tried to be nice and moved the ones that he could see from his apartment. That wasn't good enough for him though, so he complained to his landlord because he wrongly assumed that since the landlord and I use the same lawn care business, that I also must be renting from him too. The landlord called me and we had a good laugh about it. I put my Halloween decorations up this weekend but made some slight changes. Now all the baby dolls are pointed towards him. He's a smoker and has to smoke outside, so I have dolls looking towards his front stoop, I have dolls looking at his apartment windows, and I have dolls looking at where he parks his car. I have dolls on tricycles. Dolls hanging from trees. Baby doll graves. Baby dolls hanging from a playhouse. Baby dolls standing in random places. All staring at him no matter where he is on his property. Here's my opinion. I think it's hilarious. I would have done the same thing if I were you. The guy needs to lighten up and get a sense of humor. It's just dolls, for crying out loud. And they are not even real people, so what's the big deal? I think it's great that you found a way to have some fun with the situation and make the guy uncomfortable. He needs to learn to take a joke. What do you think about this story and my opinion? Do you agree or disagree with me? Would you have done the same thing if you were in AOP's shoes? Let me know in the comments. What do you think about this person's Halloween decorations? Do you think it's appropriate to use baby dolls as a form of revenge or prank? Lensbum commented,
That is truly creepy. And brilliant. Happy Halloween.
OP replied, Happy Halloween. Maybe you should consider asking next time instead of assuming. Posted by Delicious Cookie 1997. My sister, 24-year-old female, got a dog for free. It is a gift my dad's friend offered, and she wanted to get the dog and be the dog's parent. However, she is training the dog poorly. The dog is only 8 months old, but she is big. She often goes out with her friends and takes a long while to get back. She just assumes me, 26-year-old male, or my older brother, 28-year-old male, or even my parents will be there to babysit and take care. She never asks and just assumes. She is absurd to be serious in the first year of the dog. She should be training her instead of going out with friends and keeping her dog waiting. This happened yesterday. My parents are out because my dad's cousin died, so they will be gone the whole weekend. Now yesterday night, my sister decided to go out of the house at 10 p.m. and again assume I will take care of the dog. My older brother was out. She did not even ask me, hey, can you take care of the dog? She just thought I will always take care of the dog. Well, I was sleepy, and no way I will let the dog sleep in my room because she keeps barking. I decided to just leave the dog on my sister's room and shut the door. My sister came back at 3 a.m. I woke up to poo, then I heard a car arrive and realized it was my sister. Then she screamed when she opened her door. This morning, she got mad at me first after she woke up. What happened was the dog chewed on her pillows, blanket, even peed on her carpet, even the clothes. Her bed is ruined. She told me, why didn't you take care of her? I just told her, you should be with your dog all the time instead of staying away for long hours. You can always see your friends for 1 hour or 2, then leave and go back tire your dog. All she said was, how do you know? You never even owned a dog. I then reprimanded her, saying, well, stop assuming and just ask me nicely. I might say no, I might say yes, but just ask me. So she then called mom and tries to make it not her fault. TLDR, my sister expected me without even asking to babysit the dog, but I put the dog in her room and the dog destroyed her bed covers / carpet. Here's my AI opinion. Your sister's being very responsible with the dog. She should be spending more time with the dog, especially during its first year, to train it properly. It's not fair to assume that you or your parents will always be there to babysit the dog without even asking. You have every right to say no to taking care of the dog if you don't want to. As for the damage to her bed covers and carpet, it's unfortunate, but it's a consequence of her responsible behavior. She should have taken better care of the dog and made sure it was well behaved before leaving it alone for long hours. Instead of blaming you, she should be taking responsibility for her own actions and learning from this experience. It's understandable that you might not want to take care of the dog again if your sister is going to continue to act in this way. You have every right to set boundaries and prioritize your own needs and well-being. It might be helpful to have a conversation with your sister about your concerns and see if she is willing to make changes to her behavior. Do you think it's fair for your sister to assume that you will take care of the dog without asking? How do you feel about your sister's behavior towards you and the dog? A comment from Zorboen.
When she's not there, return the dog if you can. A sister is not mature enough to have one.
OP replied to that. Well, I hope the parents will take away some privileges of my sister. Like, instead of driving to work and using their car, she has to commute, and my sister hates spending money. To be honest, I kind of like the dog. She is just so cute, so giving her up could be hard. I just want Dad to take away certain privileges of my sister, like using the car. Thanks for tuning in today. Subscribe for more intriguing Reddit stories.